Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia Kid,
And Teresa.
and y'all. Hey, hope everybody's having a good week. This is Hump Day, midweek. I know I'm ready. I'm ready for the long weekend coming up. I'm sure y'all are too. But hey, y'all, we got some more great questions, and we're gonna jump right into them today.
All right, first question is from I Love Lucy and the Golden Girls. Do you think Gladys would have liked Priscilla? And if no, why not?
Well, when I seen this question, I knew I had my thoughts from all the stories and stuff that I've heard about Aunt Gladys and but I went on and I talked to Daddy and Mama about it, and I'm going to kind of give you their answer, and I agree with it, but not all their whole answer. I think this is going to be a good question for their EFM channel, and I'm going to pass it on to them too. But I personally always thought that if Aunt Gladys would have lived, that things would have been different, and that's the first thing Daddy and Mama said, and they said that there was a good possibility, had Aunt Gladys lived, that he would have possibly married Anita Wood. I know the stories I've heard. Aunt Gladys was crazy about Anita Wood, so that was a good possibility. But like I said, I wasn't there. I wasn't born yet, so I'm gonna have them. I don't know if you call it a follow up or not, but talk more into detail because I thought this was a really, really good question. So, but there's my answer.
Okay. Mildred Webster. How do you both feel about all the money Priscilla has made off of Elvis?
Well, I feel like I do about everybody. Uh, Elvis Presley, like I said, was to me the greatest entertainer alive. Was a very good movie star. We talked, wish he'd had better roles, but uh, all in all, you know, Elvis is it, and I think that is great. But as far as making money, you know,
When is enough
El,
enough?
Elvis knew that, and the guys, and all, and that's what Elvis would have wanted. That was his way, in my heart, and I know like I said, we've talked about it, and Mom and Daddy feel the same way. Uh, you know, that was his way of taking care of his family and his group, and I guess what I'm saying, I haven't even thought about it. I don't. I know where some of y'all and some things can, maybe go too far, but as far as, her or anybody else making money, that's really none of my damn business. And, I really don't think about it one way or the other. So that's the best way I can answer that.
Well, to me, when it comes up, I just wonder when's enough enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it gets to a point you can't be happy with what you have and live off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
maybe I'm more like
Yeah.
if you have enough to live a good life, be happy with that.
Well, you're just getting a little grumpy in your.
I know I don't feel good because my ribs.
In your older age, if
No,
I may say so myself.
No, it's because I'm broke up.
Okay.
Okay.
But baby, you still look good to me.
Mm-hmm. No.
Brownie
Makes me
points,
wondering.
brownie points.
Okay, Wendy Welch. Did you look at Elvis in his coffin when it was on view at Graceland? That's the first part.
And y'all, as I've always said, I'll answer any question. Questions, and by no means don't stop asking or sending them. But let me just start out. Questions like that bring back hard memories. And just it's almost like uh, you're back during that time. But yes, I did see him in his coffin more than one time. As I've said in a video way back when we first started this, I think this kind of question or something come up, but it was just like so unreal. I remember touching his sideburns and how fluffy and soft it felt. And just like I said, not
to be morbid.
Just by no means. Just like I said, it was almost like that was impossible, and but the one side of you knew, if that makes sense, that it was real. Didn't want it to be, but as far as what was the other part about crew?
Did he have a crew cut like the National Enquirer posted?
The only picture that I'm aware of that I ever seen of Elvis in a coffin was taken by Billy Mann, and I don't remember it looking like he had a crew cut. Not to me. So, but he didn't, and Elvis to me looked like Elvis. So, okay. and like I said, let's just move on.
Okay, Simon Conte, I think's how you pronounce it. Did you ever ride the Zipp and Pippin roller coaster with Elvis and the rest of the guys and family? And when was the last time you rode it?
I did not ride it with Elvis that night. Actually, that night that they rented that, my brother did, and he's told about it many times. That particular night, I was at my grandparents', and it just kind of come up. As I've said, I've always regretted it because I like to be right in the middle of everything, and I would have. However, I have rode the Zipp and Pippin many times, and when Teresa asked me this question, I was trying to tell her I've got to be honest, and I rode it after Elvis had passed away a few times, but as far as the very last time I rode it, I can't recall that. And I don't like to tell you something that I don't know as a fact. So I can't remember the last time. But the Zipp and Pippin was a fun roller coaster, and as y'all all know, Elvis loved it. So.
Well, I don't think he was talking about the specific night. Just did you ever?
No,
ride it with them, Elvis and the guys. Or...
No, I think that was the only time actually that he had rented it, and like I said, I wasn't there that time. I never rode on it with Elvis that I remember. I'm almost positive I did not. But like I said, I have rode it many times, and rode it with other people. We was out there. After Elvis passed away, they had a VIP thing, and Uncle Vernon and Sandy was actually in a wheelchair, and they were out there. He didn't ride any rides, and some of the Elvis's group was out there. So and we rode it then. Of course, I rode it with Rory and other different people that was there, but never with Elvis.
Okay.
I wished I had him.
But not the time he stood up on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Daddy did that.
Yeah. Okay, this is from BSJ 9039. Did you go to Hawaii with Elvis on his last vacation there?
I did not. That's another one that me or my brother, either one, went on. As far as I know, I don't remember any kids going on that one.
Your mom and daddy went.
Yeah, Mom and Daddy was there, as y'all know, and some other of Elvis's group, and man, that was another one I wished I had. If I'm not gonna say I hadn't thought about both of the last two questions you asked me, and still think about it, but no, I was not on that vacation.
All right, from Michelle Gonzalez. Did Elvis know how good looking he was?
Oh, hell yeah. He definitely did. And at times, I mean, he, would say little things, like, look in the mirror and maybe say, like, gosh, damn, I'm a good looking son of a, and stuff like that. So, yeah, he did. But he could say it and I guess get away with it because it was true. I mean, he just he had it all. Let me, maybe that's another, just if there's any way to put it. So,
Sophie Erickson, how did Elvis react to one of his pets dying?
Elvis loved his pets, just like a lot of us do. Our family, as you've seen and heard through some videos, each one of our animals that we have ever owned has been just family.
Yeah.
And Elvis looked at it some way. I mean, you've heard the stories of Get Low, and he had Get Low flown on a plane. I mean, with all his animals, they got the top of the line care and treatment. And like I've always said, y'all, Elvis, we see him one way, but he was human, and things like that hurt and broke his heart, just like it does the majority of us. I mean, I can't say everyone cares about their pets the way that we do, but I would hope that the majority of us do. I love my animals, and like I said, they're
our babies.
Yes,
they're our babies.
Yes.
Okay, Ginger in Las Vegas. Do you all ever miss the times in California? And what are some of your favorite memories?
I do. Sometimes I think about when I was little and the different homes that we lived in or stayed with him in California. And all those times, were greatest memories. I mean, I don't know that I can pick, as a little kid, a lot of them was, getting, like I told you, under the sink and cranking up the motorcycle, but kind of somewhat having the run. And I remember, of course, swimming pool. I remember I used to love to go out and play like I was driving his car. And I've told that story with Alvina, would sit in it and I was like her chauffeur. I loved to climb and play on his motorcycle, Daddy's and anybody else's that was left out there. The last vacation we took to Palm Springs was precious memories because we went and like I said, Lisa was there and we had a blast. I mean, we had so much fun, and it just swimming, like I said, the slot machines. He gave us money to go shopping on. We went dune buggy riding. I mean, there wasn't much that we didn't do. But all my memories in California and Graceland and just coming up in life with or around Elvis is my greatest memories, and memories that I don't ever want to lose.
All right, Corey Tanner wants to know, where did Elvis store all of his cars like the pink Cadillac?
Well, the cars that Elvis owned at the time that he passed away were either under the carport, including his mama's pink Cadillac, and they were either there or they were lined up in the front of Graceland. Like, sometimes if he parked the Studs or the Ferrari or whatever it may be. Sometimes some of them was parked up front. If they wasn't, they were parked in back at the carport. Now, I think what you're maybe talking about is a lot of the cars and stuff that's in the museum was cars that he owned throughout his life, and they previous got them back. There's a possibility some of them might have been stored. I know some of them were sold and bought back, and so if any of them were stored, the older ones, I don't know that may be another great question for Daddy and Mama on the EFM channel. But as far as when he passed away, the vehicles that he owned were there at Graceland. I do know that. So.
All right, last question.
The ones he had at Graceland. Now there may have been something, like I said, in California or something, but yeah. I think the Dune Buggy probably was still out there. So that they've got.
Okay, the last question is from user DH9CQ8JN3J. Were you around Lisa when Elvis and Priscilla got divorced? That's the first part.
Yes, I was.
And have you ever noticed in a lot of pictures of Lisa as a child, she looks so unhappy? Have you ever noticed that?
Not really. Lisa and some of the young princesses had that look, but I've seen as many pictures of Lisa happy and thrilled as I have maybe of looking sad. To me, at times, her and Elvis, and I even noticed it with Benjamin. They all looked a lot alike and have that one certain look at times. Aunt Gladys had it. That just, I guess, kind of had a sad look, but they wasn't. Lisa was very happy. As I said, she loved being at Graceland when she was at Graceland, and then the other times with her mom. We didn't talk about it a lot. It never really come up because we was just too crazy and having fun and stuff. But once in a while, if you've never had kids and divorced yourself, or actually had your parents divorce, and you being a child, you probably wouldn't understand it. But Lisa was like everybody else. It's a hard thing. It's different, and people have to react because it's what I once knew, and it's all different. In my mix, and so she went through the blending point that I would call it. I don't feel like any time that she was just heartbroken, sad. I'm sure though, she wondered and had feelings. I do know that why her mom and dad wasn't still together, but all kids do. My kids, our kids, when me and Teresa got together and we went, but you can blend and be happy, and that's what she did. So y'all, hey, man, y'all really making it tough with some of these hard, great, wonderful questions. I love them. Keep sending them. We love each and every one of y'all. Hey, hadn't said it in a while. If you hadn't subscribed, tell all your friends, get them to subscribe. Let's get these subscribers up and going. We appreciate all y'all's support.
Yes, and thank you for all the get well wishes. I can't even talk. The get well wishes about my broken ribs, but and I'm slowly getting around.
Yeah, and all y'all, I seen it. I better be taking care of Teresa. I always take care of Teresa.
One way or another.
And I'm going to get her well because I know she's going to get sassy, and I'm going to have to go back to tuning real soon.
Oh, don't make me laugh.
And y'all all know I am the tuner. With that, y'all, we're going to get out of here. Loving each and every one of y'all. We'll see you next video. Remember, we always live Elvis.